right, listen up. Before we begin this masterpiece, we're all current or former law enforcement officers. We've seen our share of humanity. But if you came here thinking we give a shit about your feelings, you are sadly mistaken. So if you're a snowflake, we'll give you just a minute to turn this mother off, all right? Now, for the non-pussified, this is the midweek news show of the MOTORCOP Chronicles podcast. The only place where you'll find unfiltered, unedited, and raw discussions about law enforcement, crime, and everything in between. We love discussing the good, the bad, and the downright bizarre stories involving cops and criminals. So get ready for some raw comedy blended with our unapologetic opinions. We're diving deep into the headlines, breaking down the latest news about our brothers and sisters in blue and the criminals they deal with. You'll be laughing 1 minute and shaking your head the next. It's funny and maddening, all at the same time. Just like the world of law enforcement. This is the midweek news show of the MOTORCOP Chronicles podcast. And here are your hosts, the Iceman, with co-hosts Holstera and Freebird.
There ain't no Freebird tonight.
Well, I prefer free chicken, but we got the box.
We got the box of chicken come in?
Yeah,
something like that. Duke's here.
Duke, yep, I forgot Duke's here too.
I bet you, I'll remind you.
Hey, buddy.
Getting closer to Christmas, everybody.
Jingle bells, bah humbug.
Welcome to MOTORCOP Chronicles midweek news. We got the box back in the clubhouse again.
Yeah, what was it? Well, he does tend to come once a month at least.
Well, you know, some people do have to work night shift on Wednesdays.
Oh, shit. Yeah, like
he's got every other Wednesday he got to work. So, if anybody wants a great cigar, go to patriotcigar.com. Use the promo code MOTORCOP15. Get 15% off. Get you a fantabulous cigar. If anybody with any merch, right, like this shirt I got on.
Box ain't on that one either.
You had disappeared for about a year there, buddy. About a year.
Yep, you got to come back for at least a year, and then we'll think about putting it
Then
back
we'll think
on.
about. I think I do have my own shirt somewhere around here.
Yeah, didn't we even make a song or something with you in it or something for a short time, and then you fucking disappeared again?
Oh, really? I was in a song?
No, you weren't in a song.
Okay. What, Duke? I don't have anything.
I was trying to prop him up, damn it.
And you can go to either the Etsy store, MOTORCOP Chronicles Etsy store, go to the website, MOTORCOPChronicles.com, and click the link, and you can go order your MOTORCOP merch. Pretty, like I got it down pretty good, you know. I got here t-shirts on there $10 without shipping, so it can probably come about $15.
That's not bad.
No, it's cheap.
Good Christmas gifts.
And then, if you want more MOTORCOP, you can go join the Patreon. You can try it 7 days for free. Got videos, text, extra episodes and stuff like that. Now I need to try to put out another episode on there shortly. Other than that, anybody got any other announcements? No. Well, I guess we'll just jump into it.
Yay!
Feet first. We only got 3 people in here right now. Probably got some stories on here that's gonna piss some people off tonight because they're fucked up. Kelly's here. Oh, that does remind me. See, I almost made me forget that I forgot to shout the Patreons out.
Yeah, go ahead. You gotta shout them all out.
Yeah, you got to get them out there.
I was just getting excited that we were getting moving for once. Shit.
See.
Shit gets done.
Well, we got our hang around Miss Grace Hudson. We got William Gibo, who's in the chat as always. We appreciate him. And we got some dude, Chad Jenkins.
What a jackass.
And then
he's watching too. This pisses me off.
We got our full crew members. We got Miss Kelly Meyer. who is
Kelly.
also in the chat. We got Jared Nitrous, MOTORCOP for life. We got Dan Crossman at Burley Board. Y'all go check him out. I think he just did his opening of his brick and mortar store.
That's the cutting boards?
Fine wood products.
Nice.
You can use it to cut your food or spank your wife.
I don't know about spank your wife, but you can definitely knock the shit out of a bird.
We got T-Bird. We got Mr. Jim Pocrant from the Short Track Guys podcast. Our favorite truck driver, Hoppy Hopperson. We got Mr. Blake Walker.
Roy Peters.
No, Roy Peters is not a Patreon.
No, but Roy's in the chat.
I see he's in the chat over there.
Roy P is usually not in the chat, and if he is, he'll only be there a short period of time.
Yeah, because he'll get booted.
We got AA Ron from the Had Said podcast, always putting out great content. We got Mr. Z Palmer. We got Roy S. Roy Spalding, not to be confused with the Roy with the P. We got JoJo, our favorite girl from down under, and we got Natasha A., our favorite girl from Washington. Appreciate every single one of y'all.
Captain Spaulding.
What?
Keeping the lights on.
What?
Yes, we got Roy Peters over there in the chat. And Kelly says she got her taser in the mail last week. I'll need some volunteers.
Roy P signing up for that. Roy P said he will do it.
I'll tell you what, I'll take the taser, and what else were we going to do? No, both tasers, right? Shot and dry stun.
You said you would take...
You're going to take this, is what you're going to take.
Well, the box is going to get he's going to get shocked in the tank.
You said that you wanted to try an electrified butt plug.
No, I've tried those before. They don't work as projected.
No, they don't.
Look, Roy said he'll do it.
There we go, me and Roy. But Freebird's got to do it without a shirt on. We're going to put electric nipple clamps on him.
Yeah. Well, that would be electrifying. Well,
right.
Us and AA Ron appreciate it. I don't know. You ain't got no friends, Kelly? You can just go zap. They won't press charges.
You got to come on a radio show and we'll just shock you.
It won't press charges on you. You just... the box has the first one. I do have a little video whenever you finish giving your synopsis.
Oh, my synopsis is going to be short. This is stupid. Frederick, Maryland. You sitting down, Holster?
Yep.
I couldn't tell.
Probably sitting on his feet.
Yeah, probably
like
so.
A girl.
Damn.
Judge finds man, if that's what you want to call him, who wounded 2 officers guilty, but not criminally responsible for shooting them. So what does he get? He gets to go stay in a mental ward for a while.
50 days.
You got those?
50 days in a mental hospital.
Obviously, they do in Maryland because that's where he's going.
For shooting 2 cops.
Wow. He'll just move to Florida next week and be a fucking normal citizen.
He had been previously diagnosed with schizophrenia and has been sent to facilities in the past.
I thought if you had schizophrenia, you weren't supposed to have a gun in those states.
I don't think you're supposed to have a gun in those states, period.
Yeah, in Maryland, I don't think you can. I don't know. One of the officers has returned to work, I believe.
The male has. I don't think the female's going to come back.
I don't think the female's coming back.
No.
But, yeah, that's just stupid.
50 days in jail for shooting. Now, both cops did survive. Hold on.
That's definitely my story. You jumped ahead.
This is just the body cam. This is what happened. This is bad guy right there. Coming up that they're walking up on right here.
Hey, what's going on? You mind stepping down for me? Good.
Y'all seen him put his hand, you seen that hand go right here? Right as soon as they walked up, he put his hand in his pocket, pulled the gun out. You can't see it because, of all the shooting and stuff like that going on. Both cops took around, and he got shot also. Unfortunately, he did survive. And yes, y'all did not hear me wrong. Unfortunately, he did survive. Too bad he didn't.
Look right over here to the right. There's a school bus. at the intersection.
Right
he
here.
wants to play with guns.
And you can tell it's inside an apartment complex. And there's somebody had just walked by on the sidewalk. Actually, you see him right there.
They got him fuzzed out.
He don't give a single fuck about anybody's safety besides his own.
I know
he don't even care about his own safety.
But you see right here, look, see, he had that cigarette in his hand as soon as. Now, the reason they were out there was because they got called by other people that he was out there pointing a gun at people. They just didn't walk up on him. They actually had a complaint on him for pointing a gun at other people. But watch it. Watch that hand. See, look. See, as soon as it did, look straight to that pocket. What I don't understand is why didn't they? No, I don't like Monday morning quarterback, but you already had a call that this guy was armed. Yeah, I don't understand why she at least didn't have her gun out already.
Because she was afraid of dying of COVID.
So.
I don't understand how the guy, he became a ninja and did a backflip. I mean, those boxes are tall as fuck, and he just, jumped backwards on top and rolled over.
I'm hit too. Put your hands up!
He's the one that's not going to return to service. This guy's pouring fucking blood like a stuck pig.
Oh yeah, I don't know where.
I see it right over here.
Don't know where he was hit.
Yeah, I see it right there by my head.
Look,
that's just pouring, dude.
The only thing good is bright red, not dark red.
Yeah,
that dark red blood's like deep organ tissue.
No, I'm bleeding.
Me too. Put your hands up!
But anyway, he did take some rounds, and I mean, it's somebody else can go watch the whole thing. It was like 10 minutes long. But it's basically at this point them going over there cuffing him and giving him medical attention because
look, here comes another school bus or something over there.
He got shot. but this guy is going to he gets a whole. Thank God these cops didn't get killed, but he gets a whole 50 days in jail because supposedly he has mental disorders.
Well, that's apparent.
Maybe next time. And you're saying, well, why are you saying maybe next time? All right, I'm just going to say next time because trust me, it's going to be a next time. Hopefully, this piece of shit don't kill anybody, and he just gets taken out because somebody like him, there's no doing anything to help this dude that's psychotic like that. He just needs to go help fertilize the ground. So, yes.
I can't believe for a Christmas episode you picked such heinous stories. That's atrocious. You would think it would be...
Hey, this ain't the Christmas episode.
This is the Christmas
episode.
This
is the Christmas episode.
I'm going to do one before Christmas.
No, then it can't be the midweek news. Midweek news happens midweek.
Well, it won't
Saturday.
be midweek news. It'll be
and it's not MOTORCOP.
Christmas.
Hey, do I need to get divorce court in here for you too? I mean, come on.
Shit, no, it'd be settled a hell of a lot normal.
Well, how about you do this, Holster? Why don't you go Google something?
Did you know that the majority of water on Earth is in fact not carbonated?
Well, I would guess not. Because
do you know what that makes?
That would be a bunch of weird fish floating around.
But do you realize what that makes the Earth?
Did you know?
Do you realize what that makes the Earth?
Yeah, water.
Flat. Because
the Earth is not flat.
It is because it's not carbonated water. Yeah.
Bad
Regardless, this next story kind of goes back to some kind of technology like Googling shit. Basically, apparently, I've always known that they could go out and, if, say, an investigator was investigating you, they could see where your phone's been and stuff like that.
That's what investigators do. They investigate you.
Right. Well, I didn't know that they had this thing called it like a net. And it goes out over a geographical area, and anybody that's been in that area in a set amount of time, they're allowed, law enforcement agencies were allowed to just say, hey, Google, anybody in this area for this amount of time, we're just going to say we need all of their personal information. So it was a great, huge violation of personal privacy. I'm sorry, but I think you should have to be at least thought to be part of a crime before the cops should just be handed all your personal data. So that's that. Basically, Google has turned around and decided, yeah, we ain't doing that shit no more. You're going to have to need a real warrant with real probable cause and show a want for the information rather than to just go ahead and catch people on a blanket warrant. Freebird did want me to tell everybody Merry Christmas from him. He's currently doing a funny hat meeting, and he's running for a promotion with the.
He wants to be head fuzzy.
He wants to be the head poobah. So he has to do that. We wish him luck. I hope he wins. I know it means everything to him. And good luck with that.
Me and Holster disagree on this one.
Of course you do, because you want everybody to go to prison for fucking dime bags.
No, but really, I mean, when you're out in public any time now, I mean, there's no expectation of privacy between all the Ring doorbells and everything else.
Your text messages, your phone calls.
But they wasn't doing that. That's not what they were doing. No, they were just getting a geo warrant, one of these geofence warrants, just to say, oh, this person was here in this location at this time, close to a murder scene.
And they get all their data.
They wasn't looking at all that.
I think they were looking at your wife's nudes.
No, well, good for them.
Well, that's kind of shitty.
I wish they would send me some.
I'll send you some.
I'll send you some.
You already have.
From either one.
I'll send you some of my ass.
Hey, you're the only one that's seen me in a bathtub singing.
I still have that video if you want me to put it out. Then everybody, I will put it out on the Patreon and everybody will see it.
That's hilarious. Well, that's one way to get it up there.
Jason, he's trying to get promoted to buy a water cannon. I actually have a picture I didn't put up that a Freebird sent, and it looks like a poodle sitting on his head. Really fuzzy hat. True fuzzy hat. But anyway, Google's not going to comply, I guess. I don't know.
They're not going to take it.
Because why not?
Yeah, they're not going to comply because it violates people's constitutional rights.
Mm-hmm. Till some of your family members get murdered or raped right there.
It has nothing to do with me. The law is the law, my friend. It is written in black and white. There is no gray area.
Well, guess what? Dallas PD is implementing starting in January. Billy, before you order one, wait. I'm gonna fix one special for you.
Better have my picture on it.
Do you want Box's picture on it? I mean, I can add that on there. Before you order that, just wait.
No, you want a Holstera shirt, right? Just Holstera?
No, nobody. The only person that orders those are you.
And then Holstera right underneath it.
Anyway, Dallas PD starting in January is implementing what they are calling constitutional policing. Basically, they're going to have squads of these constitutional police that basically goes around and like watches to make sure the other cops are doing what they're supposed to do. It's useless. It's stupid. Dallas just 2 months ago was complaining that they couldn't keep enough cops on duty. So let's make a stupid ass, a rat squad. They already have rat squads called IA. So anyway, let me pop this video up. It kind of talks about it some too.
Cue the video.
I'm going to cue it up.
Not wrong video.
I know.
He's answering more calls than ever before, but Chief Eddie Garcia says they need at least 600 patrol officers to be at full staff. Currently, 27% of the Dallas police force is eligible for retirement, so the city is working on retaining those officers. They're offering them 28 years, or with those with 28 years or more experience, an extra $40,000 to stay an extra 2 years.
So y'all heard that. So y'all heard that, right? That was just less than 2 months ago. that they're saying, oh, we need 600 something cops because we don't have enough people in there. But let's start this whole new division that's just completely asinine. That's not needed. Of course, Garcia is, to me, he's an idiot. The Constitutional Policing Unit is to ensure the department is upholding the rights of citizens. That's called your administration. Chief, that's supposed to be your fucking job, okay? Your job's supposed to be making sure the cops working under you are doing what the fuck they're supposed to be doing, okay? He said instead of dismantling gang and narcotics units, because that's always smart to do, right? Yeah. As many cities have after the 2020 protests, because those cities are fucking woke. Mr. Garcia, Chief Garcia, well, why don't you go look at those cities that are doing all that? How are those cities doing in the crime? They have less crime or they got more crime? I would bet a whole paycheck that their crime rates went up. Anyway, that
was all over the news today. I actually happened to walk into my dad's and it was on the TV. They were talking about all these big cities like we covered it a couple weekends.
Minneapolis.
The San Francisco bullshit where they're finally starting to crack down on, Walmart and shit getting robbed. And it's
too late.
Yeah.
It's a little late now.
Right. They've only been able to do it for the last 4 fucking years. I mean, we're coming up on the re-election.
Mm-hmm. This unit that he's on, this constitutional unit officers, it teaches the other officers what to look for and what to do when you see your partner officer doing something that tarnishes the bags. Basically, they want you to rat out your other cops if you see them. If you see something, say something.
They get shot in the back.
So, also they're going to be required to wear body cameras, even working off-duty jobs, and all officer misconduct investigations will now be conducted within a year or less. What? Most officer things are, I don't know about where they always usually get investigated right fucking away. Right away.
No, what all depends.
Not a year later.
If you have unions and stuff, you got to go through like a whole process, man.
Garcia's looking like Garcia. Well, I know some of the other stories, but if it wasn't for some of these other stories, Garcia would be he's going to be up for a hot nut because he's a fucking idiot.
Hot nut.
I wasn't paying attention.
Hot nut.
Whose story is it now?
It's the boxes time.
Boxes. Yeah, here's another one that's going to piss you off. God, we got a bunch of those tonight. LAPD is working to allow their new DACA officers, DACA, whatever you want to call them.
That's the new Fed program, right?
No, that's where they have the immigrants who are unarmed officers.
No, they're armed officers.
Oh, well, they're armed officers.
They're police officers. Remember we talked about this a couple months ago?
But now, because they're immigrants, you're really not supposed to have a firearm.
Well, they're illegal immigrants.
Even that.
Oh, yeah, they're making them cops.
Yeah, but now they're trying to make it to where they can carry their weapons off duty.
What the fuck? This is where it starts. Just let them vote, people.
Oh, that'll be next.
Oh, it's coming.
So it says new recruits who are not U.S. citizens are prohibited from gun ownership. The department is working to adjust policies to accommodate them. So under the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, which is the DACA, they are prevented from owning firearms. LAPD is seeking to include officers' off-duty hours as a continuation of their official duties to make it legal for their DACA recipients to take their service firearms home with them. So, yeah.
So what's getting ready? So what's going to happen?
I mean, I guess you could trust the motherfuckers enough to walk around the city and protect people's lives all day long. Might as well let them take it home.
No, they shouldn't be cops. They shouldn't be cops. Could you see Pedro coming up to you saying, "Hey, Gringo, I need to see your driver's license and your registration, please, Gringo."
They can speak English, right?
You got an illegal person, an illegal alien that's not supposed to be in this country, asking to see my papers when they don't have fucking papers.
That's true.
And I'm a citizen? Bull fucking shit. They don't need to be cops.
What they call it, scratch back?
When you got a fucking illegal alien asking for my papers.
Let me see your papers.
Let me see your papers, you fucking illegal motherfucker.
Here's my paper right here. It's the gun.
That I ain't supposed to have. So,
yeah, I don't agree with it at all.
They shouldn't have guns. Hey, what's up, Aaron? I think they're doing that in Chicago too. They're talking about
Aaron.
It's either Chicago or in New York. They're talking about hiring the illegals to make them cops. That's it's almost like real life when the computer asks you to verify that you're not a computer, so it'll let you log into something. To prove that you're not, you have to prove to the computer that you're not a fucking computer.
It always tells you to click like the bus, and then all of a sudden it won't let you click past it because you didn't hit the thing that has like the buses like.
It has like a corner, like a little bitty piece of the mirror.
But that wasn't even a fucking bus.
Yeah, or it's like, put the letters in. It's like I put the fucking letters in.
Billy G, it's the pussification of the country, buddy.
Oh yeah,
that it is.
Yep. Oh, yeah, like I said, Aaron, you missed it. I said, it ain't nothing but like having an illegal alien asking to see your paperwork when they don't have paperwork.
I'd hate to see Freebird's paperwork.
Like I said, I don't believe an illegal person in this country should have the power of arrest to violate, basically, taking, somebody's constitutional right or
how does that fall under due process? Because, if they're an illegal alien, how can they testify? That just creates such a conundrum.
Could ICE come arrest them while they're testifying?
Probably so.
ICE is a joke now, too, thanks to Biden. So, anyway, that's how I feel about it. I'm sure everybody else, I think we all in agreement on that one.
I'm sorry. Unless you're in Louisiana, because you can go to, like I said, you go to prison for just taking your medicine there.
Garcia's still a hot nut.
Yeah. We Roy, we don't allow illegals to become cops in Louisiana.
They make them make all the sugar.
They can drive the sugarcane trucks.
Now that Jeff Landry's governor, we won't for a while.
Yeah, especially at least for 4 years, hopefully 8.
Anyway. California PD chief defends decision to disengage during standoff. So this one don't really. I don't need to get into the story. It's more of a whole story time. So this old detective, everybody knows that usually once the old salty officers finally retire and leave the road, they either lose their fucking mind, die of boredom, or they live forever and they're just salty as fuck. Regardless, this old man. After he left the department, he had some depression and sadness.
He needed one of these.
I'm assuming his wife was a bitch because she tried to bother him and he tried to kill her with a shotgun. Well, he didn't try; he just shot at. They did emphasize that several times that he shot at her. He didn't kill her; she's not dead.
She got injured though. I don't know if it was from shrapnel or what.
She tripped on her way out. Can't blame him for that shit. Regardless, he was having a bad fucking day. And, the sheriff, they rolled up on scene and they went to go in there and do all their shit and, bring him out. And the sheriff was like, wait a minute. We think he's just having, he's already made online posts that he was going to hurt people or make the cops come in and hurt him. Let's just give him the night to sleep it off. We'll set a perimeter around the house. He ain't going nowhere. He ended up the next day, he walked out and was like, yeah, guys, my bad. And he went to jail. He turned himself in. Now he's going to end up getting a psychiatric help. All the people in the neighborhood are criticizing the sheriff's department, saying, hey, you put us in harm's way. He goes, no, what you don't understand is there is a former police officer that's going through an emotional stress. We have current police officers that are in emotional stress. We don't need to make everybody stress and their world's a hell of a lot worse. What did it hurt to sit back and let this guy take a couple hours and realize he's making the worst mistake he ever did? And he inevitably turned himself in. He didn't want to hurt himself. He wanted to do suicide by cop. So now he can get his mental help and move forward from there. So I'm completely with the sheriff.
De-escalation.
I got a little video.
Where do these neighbors
more
live?
calls than
Because
ever
where I come
before.
from,
Chief
I always
Eddie Garcia says they need at least 600.
wait and talk.
His department's
Yeah, we got a short little video on it. You can kind of see the people on it, and then we'll finish talking about it.
escalation tactics in handling a SWAT standoff with a former Pittsburgh police officer who's accused of shooting his wife.
But the SWAT team was removed from outside the home before they were eventually sent back in. KTVU crime reporter Henry Lee has the details and reaction from neighbors.
We really believed if we would have done anything else other than use time, there would have been loss of life. And we were, at the end of it, we were able to avoid that.
Pleasant Hill Police Chief Scott Vermillion defending his decision to remove the SWAT team and leave former Pittsburgh police officer Chun Liam Seichow alone at his house after authorities say he had shot it.
Say that real fast.
Chung Lee Sihamao.
I don't think that's right.
That's close.
It was. Our adversary that night had military combat training. He was an ex-law enforcement officer. That was his ultimate goal, was to kill law enforcement and die by law enforcement.
The chief says police didn't believe Seichow was a threat to the public at first, but that changed when he says Seichow made threats online after the police left. In one post on X, Seichow wrote, quote, "I will not comply with any foolish laws if I feel threatened. Then I will kill you. When I die, I know I will be in heaven, so it is okay." The top cop says it was clear then the SWAT team had to be redeployed. That led to a second standoff until the Marine veteran surrendered early Saturday morning. But not before. Police say he fired 30 rounds from an assault weapon from inside his home over the course of 2 hours, striking an armored SWAT vehicle. Seichow's house sits near the only way in and out of the Sherman Acres neighborhood. Residents could walk or drive past his house in between the two standoffs.
Imagine if a UPS truck, a Girl Scout, happened to walk up to his house. That would have been.
I ain't never seen a UPS
Anthony
Girl
Saldivar
Scout.
says the police never should have
You
left.
just hang out outside of Publix and catch you, or Walmart.
And he got some Thin Mints.
Could you imagine if they hung him out the side of the UPS truck? Like, that you expecting something to come from Amazon, so you run up to the truck real quick, and all of a sudden this little 9-year-old pops out and goes, "Excuse me, mister, want to buy some cookies?" And I'll be like, "Fuck!" You know, and then you got to buy cookies when you're getting treats from the guy that's bringing you the Amazon package. It'd be a nightmare.
Then deciding it was not a risk was, putting my family in danger, which I don't appreciate at all. I think it was a mistake.
Police practices expert Don Cameron says the tactics were sound.
I think it's still a good call by the chief. You want to see if he can cool things down, and that's what the de-escalation is. Letting things cool down.
So,
the chief says police and
1 minute they want de-escalation, and then the next minute they don't want de-escalation.
Correct.
Because it doesn't fit the media narrative. Now,
well,
exactly.
My thing is,
had some kind of critical training, and I've never been told that time is an issue. If you can keep the suspect talking and relaxed without escalating and loss of life, you win. We have all the fucking time in the world.
And they didn't just, everybody just leave. They left some, plainclothes people out there and stuff like that. They just backed off. They were still watching the place. I mean, I want to agree with the chief. Any other way,
he would have got what he wanted.
Any other way, these same people that are saying, "Oh, well, if the situation would be different and they just would fuck it and went in and killed them, then they'd be hollering, "Oh, y'all should have done that. Y'all don't think y'all could have de-escalated it?" It was a no-win situation. I think they did the right job on that one.
I think this chief, instead of, we need to give him an award called the Cool Ranch or something. I don't know. The dude he did what he should have done.
Yeah, well, if it would have been some thugged out drug dealer that was, that was a pedophile and, using, fentanyl butt plugs, they wouldn't have wanted him to be, they would have wanted that one, not to be, don't stay there, just leave and, stuff like that.
That's a new one.
Yeah, it's a thing. I don't know if it is or not. But I think that chief did a good job. So, good job to that chief.
Yay, my plug, yay.
This next one is me. They had a Detroit officer has been indicted, charged with manslaughter.
What about the woman?
He was dispatched to a bowling alley for a disorderly subject who happened to be an elderly man. 71 years old. He gets over there. The old man's outside. Not sure what transpired, but the cop, who's like 29 or 30, punches the old man in the face. The old man falls down, cracks his head, and dies 20 days later. I don't know all the situation to really say yay or nay. I would like to know the whole situation, but
de-escalation tactics in handling a SWAT.
We're getting our first look at the Detroit police officer
this is him
charged for killing an elderly man outside of a bowling alley.
Juwan Brown faces a charge of manslaughter for the death of 71-year-old Daryl Vance. This happened back in September of this year. Let's get to Sean Lay. Sean is live following today's arraignment. Sean, good evening.
Kimberly, Devon, here's what the deal is, and this is one of those cases we've heard about kind of in the past. A person throws a punch. The person receiving that punch is hits the ground, and then later passes away. That's what happened here, prosecutors say, and this time involving a Detroit police officer.
People say the Michigan versus Juwan Brown.
In the upper middle of the screen, wearing a bow tie, is Juwan Marquis Alexander Brown. The 29-year-old has 7 years in as a Detroit police officer. Today, finding himself well on the other side of the law, he's facing a very serious charge of manslaughter. The victim, a 71-year-old man named Daryl Vance. September 1st, Officer Brown was dispatched to Garden Bowl in Detroit on a report of a disorderly person, the 71-year-old man. Prosecutors say not only did the officer and Vance get into a confrontation, but prosecutors say Officer Brown was the aggressor, punching Vance in the face, sending him to the ground where he hit his head. 20 days later, Vance died of his injuries and Officer Brown was officially charged. At his arraignment today, we learned a bit more about the officer.
He has no criminal history whatsoever. He has been employed as a Detroit police officer for approximately the past 7 years.
Detroit Police Chief James White fired Brown, the chief talking about the
little thing about being innocent until proven guilty, right? Just straight up just fired him straight off the bat.
Tragic situation today.
We've got to support the officers that do this great work and are committed to our community. And if there's anyone who falls below that, I'm going to hold them accountable.
Back here live, Brown's attorney indicated that the court has a 7-year-old at home and said that he needed a...
They gave him ROR bond and let him sign himself out. He is at home. It's a $100,000 bond. My thing is, like I said, kind of hard to give an opinion on. I don't know the whole entire call. Yeah. This guy's been a cop for 7 years. Even having a hot head or whatever, even if he had a hot head, something happened that this cop, it sounds like he ain't never even been disciplined for anything before. Something happened before this that caused him to strike this man in the face.
Well, ain't you ever seen that damn? Ain't
he
you
just
ever seen the movie National Security?
He just didn't. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, I don't believe this guy just punched this. That just punched this old man in the face for no reason.
You know when
something
Martin
happened.
Lawrence pulls the guy out of the car and there's a bee and he's just beating the shit out of Martin Lawrence the whole time.
Oh, so that's what you think it is? A bee was on him?
Yeah, it's a bee.
He had a bee on him and he just started beating the shit out of him. And this guy only started recording it halfway through, and that's all they caught. So now this cop is jobless, and he's like, "No, there was a fucking bee, and the guy told me that he was allergic to bees, so I was helping him." And I just don't
see that happening. But on a serious note, I just after 7 years, I just don't see him just.
There's not enough.
It's witnesses said he was the aggressor. Hold on a second. You know how? Do you know how inaccurate witness statements are?
Highly.
Never, ever.
So I would like to see more come. I want to see some body cam or something on that one. But we'll see. kind of hard for me to make a judgment. I just say after 7 years, this guy has no complaints on him or nothing like that, and it's all of a sudden he just decides to punch somebody in the face.
Yeah, there's more to it.
It is hard to go 7 years on a jacket without getting a single.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you just go to your aggressor, just walk up and say, "Hey, fuck you, old man," and punch you in the face. Nah, something else.
No, I bet you he looked a lot like the guy that was banging his wife when he caught this morning, and he just said, "Fuck you," and he just said, "You know what? Bam," and tried to kill the bee, and that's all that happened. All right, let's go back to the story.
This is Box's turn.
What the fuck?
Oh, here's another one. Golly, we just have all of the down freaking stuff today.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yes, definitely. Federal prosecutors intend to retry the officer in the Breonna Taylor case following his mistrial. Louisville, Kentucky, federal prosecutors told a judge Wednesday that they intend to retry former Louisville officer Brett Hankinson after a jury deadlocked last month over charges that he used excessive force the night that Breonna Taylor was killed by police in 2020. Breonna was she was the medic, right?
No, she was never a medic.
Yeah, that's right. This is where they entered the house and the boyfriend used her as a shield. Yeah.
Yeah, he shot and they shot back and filled her full of lead because she was a shield.
Yeah.
And somehow
this guy that they're running a retry, he shot in there, but he never hit nobody.
Then what the fuck?
They trying him for excessive use of force, and
he fired 10 shots but did not strike anyone. His shots went into Taylor's apartment and into a neighboring unit where a child was sleeping.
But he didn't hit nobody.
He didn't hit anybody.
But of course, they're going to keep trying him over and over and over until they get a fucking guilty verdict.
He was acquitted. He was acquitted on state charges of wanton endangerment for shooting into Taylor's windows and a glass patio door. The tentative retrial date will be October of 24, but that could change as prosecutors were interested in trying to get him in over the summer.
Like I said, the state doesn't acquit him. State doesn't acquit him.
I don't understand how they can keep going after.
So we're gonna try you on federal charges. Federal charges, the damn jury deadlock. So, we just gonna retry you again. You know what? My tax money's helping do this shit. Is bullshit. It's just it's a witch hunt. That's all this fucking is at this point.
Songer urged the judge to let the jury continue to deliberate, noting that the enormous resources required to retry the case. In declaring the mistrial, Jennings said the jury members had a disagreement that they could not get past.
Yeah, like guilty and not guilty.
Right.
Hankinson is the only officer who fired his weapon the night of the raid to be criminally charged. Prosecutors determined that the two other officers were justified in returning fire after one was shot in the leg by Taylor's boyfriend.
See, the ones that shot Breonna Taylor didn't get charged with nothing. This is a witch. They just want somebody in jail.
Want somebody in jail. That's all it is.
That's all this is. Witch hunt.
Crazy.
All right, host there. Now, I'm just going to warn y'all ahead of time. This story right here.
I'm gonna soft code it for you guys. I'm not gonna get all vulgar on it.
Well, I got video.
Of course you do. So yeah,
this story is fucking horrible.
And in other words, guys, Merry Christmas once again. So the down there, you'll hear me reference because I'm a Florida citizen. The Maraschino Hotel, the wonderful
Maraschino
Hotel. Maraschino. He has this. On all the Sheriff Marcino, he has the Marcino Hotel put on all the prison escort vans.
Oh, okay.
So when they come pick your ass up, they throw you in it. And it looks like he calls it the Marcino Hotel. Anyway, this guy reportedly on video, somebody was walking past a dumpster, realized there was some kind of crying coming out of a bag in a dumpster. The bag was moving. They opened it. Turns out it was a puppy. They rushed the puppy to the vet and called the police. They figured out that this puppy is, in fact, on its last leg and about to die because it's been inside of a plastic bag suffocating. It is, in fact, 16 years old, so it was already almost expired. But the son of a bitch just, on the security footage, is walking past this area and throws this garbage bag with this puppy over the fence. I call it a puppy. It's like a Shih Tzu-sized dog.
It is a Shih Tzu.
Throws it into a dumpster, and then just goes and gets in their vehicle and then drives home. They do have the person, they believe, because they already went to the home where there was a vehicle that looked identical to the video. And when the guy answered the door, big fucking surprise, the shit bag was wearing the same clothes he was wearing in the video. So he is currently in custody. And
at the hotel?
He will be, at the Maraschino Hotel. And we'll have to look that up.
He's out on bond.
Ain't that a damn shame?
Mm-hmm. Let's watch the video. This dude right here is a total fucking shit bag. Yes, the dog is alive, and they are actually looking for a family to adopt it.
With some other stories that are making headlines this evening. Right now, this man is behind bars after deputies say
This piece of shit right here.
He looks like he would either kill small animals or black children.
He does kind of look like a racist, don't he?
He does. I mean, he don't look like a racist. He looks like all the racists.
He's kind of got
he's got
whatever from
fucking Full Manchu. He's got, the Iceman skinhead. I don't know what the hell else is going on.
Threw a dog into a dumpster in Lee County. The dog is okay. She's getting treatment from Animal Services. Just a warning, you see in this surveillance video we're about to show you, a man throwing a bag into the dumpster. Deputies say
this is the poor little dog right here. Look at her.
Oh, and by the time they realized, because the dog was chipped, they tried to go back to the home to find the original owner. They were deceased, so they don't know if this guy's related.
He is. He's related.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, I guess he's just like, fuck it, I don't want the dog.
Found this dog inside that bag. Now, the sheriff says they got a call yesterday about some strange activity behind this. It's a Family Dollar store. When they got there, they heard rustling inside the dumpster. That's when they found the 16-year-old Shih Tzu with a garbage bag on its head and a rope around her neck. They tracked down Anthony Lee Bellman through this security footage. It's
same clothes. Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same guy.
Yeah, this fucking piece of shit right here. I'm glad he don't live around here.
Clear. We got the pup. Officials say she was chipped.
What?
The sheriff don't make a statement? I know he did in the story.
Not on. That was another. I don't know if he does on this one. On another one he did, it was just really long.
Which led them to discover that her owners had passed away. Bellman is now charged with aggravated animal cruelty.
See right here where they're helping him? I don't know if the cameras wasn't there. I wonder if he had just accidentally tripped or something like that.
No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't.
Not the Animal Cruelty Task Force.
Yeah, I was looking at that too. I'm like, damn, they take that shit really fucking serious.
This fucking piece of shit right here. I would like to take a bunch of dog shit and ram it up his ass until it started coming out his fucking nose.
Well, it does look like they're putting him in a kennel, though.
Yeah, right? I'm like, and there's a net up top. I don't know what's going on in there. I actually want to lay in that net while we're driving down the road.
I'm sorry. If I lived around there and I knew this motherfucker, I would wait for him to go to the store and I'd follow him around and just dox the fuck out of him the whole time he is in there until this motherfucker would have to do all his shit home delivery, because every time he'd walk outside, he'd put a restraining order against me. I'm telling you that right now. Fuck this dude.
Right now, deputies are working to find Zyla a loving new home.
Fuck that dude. Like I said,
on the back of the van, does it show Maraschino Hotel?
It don't show him opening it up. But this poor little dog right here didn't deserve.
No, that dog didn't ask for it. No.
Look at him. I'm surprised. Look at how far. I mean, he just chunked that dog too. Too fucking lazy to even walk over there. This fucking.
You know what's really bad?
And he had told his family members that he brought it to the Humane Society to have the dog put down. Why? Just because it's old? Yeah. Aaron says that piece of shit. Kelly says the motherfucker. Perfect Function says this infuriates me. I could spit fire watching this. Let's adopt her. No. I don't think Duke would like that.
Duke needs a friend.
Like I said, I would personally like to hold this motherfucker down and take rancid dog shit with maggots in it and ram it in his ass until it came out of his fucking nose.
Tell me how you really feel.
Can you think about it?
And then throw him in a dumpster.
Shut up. not only from our perspective, but from the other one. That dog just lost its best friend because its best friend just died. So it's like going through all this fucking chaos, and then you just try to kill it by throwing it in a dumpster. What kind of piece of shit? It's like, obviously you didn't give a shit about the person that died because you care about their belongings.
No.
And it's like, that's just fucking insane.
Now we're going.
You're a living animal.
Now we're going to Australia.
JoJo,
where's JoJo?
Now we're going to Australia, and I think this dude's daughter lives in fucking Australia. Okay, because everybody, this is worse than this guy. Okay, this bitch we're about to look at is worse than this piece of shit right here.
Garcia's still a hot nuts.
It could still. I mean, how could you think it could get worse? It can get worse. Let's go watch this cunt over here
other stories that are making headlines
in Australia. If you don't think it can get any worse.
Former East Texas teacher
Oh, never mind. It's not that one.
Of an inappropriate relationship with a student.
Be my teacher. Be my teacher.
Hold on.
Be my teacher.
That's not her. Hold on. Let me.
Can you get your stuff together over there?
That's so bullshit. Yeah, once again, Merry Christmas. She slept with a teenager instead of us. Good job, Ice Man. Dick. Fuck, bro.
That's not it.
There's my story, too.
Will you please roll that beautiful bean footage?
You in the know with some other stories that are making headlines.
Did I not put it up?
Probably.
Right now,
I must not have put it up.
Bars after deputies.
I must have downloaded it and not put it up. Anyway, let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. Just calm your ass down.
Look at the color bleed right here.
I don't see it.
It's pink and white. That's a terrible. Dude, the color bleed. So
I don't see it. Anyway, this next one.
You have red in your background.
This next one that I didn't do the video. This woman in Australia had a little Shih Tzu dog too. Kind of looked like the one that got thrown in the garbage. Its name was Princess. What did she do?
Nothing.
She fucking threw this dog off the top level of a parking garage to the ground.
Did it bounce?
No, it did. The dog did not die at first. It had to be It had to be put down due to the amount of injuries it sustained. Okay, I think she's 26, 27 years old. Well, she has been charged. She's doing a year.
The dog or the kid?
The dog.
The dog was 26 years old?
No, she was 26 years old. A girl that threw her dog. It was her dog. She got to a year in jail, and she is prohibited for owning any animals for 10 years. The boyfriend that was with her got charged with something. He can't own animals for 3 years personally because he didn't try to help the dog.
How the fuck you help the dog from getting thrown?
He was there with her when she did it.
I personally know people that throw themselves off cliffs.
He should have chunked her ass behind the dog to try to catch it, is what he should have done.
The dog was 10.
I agree. When the dog started going, he should have just leapt over her.
She admitted on Facebook, I think, on how she used to torture and mistreat the dog and all stuff like that. The poor little dog had to be put down for its injuries and stuff like that. This cunt needs to be, I don't know.
Quote, this is one of her posts.
Euthanized?
I can't live with the guilt. I threw my dog off the top story of a shopping center car park and watched her fall to her death. But she survived and needed to be put down due to how badly I injured her. All the damage I caused. And then they got some blurred out. And it says, I killed my dog. I need the truth out there. It's open. It's blank tearing me apart. I can't live with the lies anymore. Whatever.
Why'd you kill the dog, you stupid?
Exactly.
Yeah, she the video's bad. I mean, you can see her. She just like walks over there.
Good.
She walks over there and just chunks the dog off the top.
Was the dog in a bag or was she just
no? She was like holding the dog.
And she just
the dog is like looking in her eyes when he threw her off. Aaron said he saw it. It's a horrible video. I mean, This cunt, like I said, the boyfriend should have picked her up and threw her after the dog, trying to catch the dog.
Right.
Okay.
You're like, okay, bitch,
she's a
go get him.
skunt, not a cunt.
She's a whole twat.
She's a skunt, a skank, and a cunt.
So I can't stand bitches like that. Yeah, I mean, just a year in jail is not enough for somebody like that. So I hope she gets.
Hey,
I hope she gets bit by
Kelly
one of them.
needs somebody to try her taser out on.
I hope she gets bit by one of them. Like, I hope a kangaroo jumps on her and like rapes her and then kicks her to death.
That's too nice.
So that's what I hope. And then kicks her right off the side of a mountain or some shit like that. How's that? All right. Moving on, Box.
Moving right on along. So that was you. Okay. Oh, so I do get the hot teacher.
Yeah.
Nice. In Joaquin, Texas, independent school district teacher was arrested for alleged misconduct with a student. You want to show the video, or you want me to go through it first?
I
don't want to see the misconduct.
With some other stories that are making headlines this evening. Right now,
Former East Texas teacher is in custody after allegations of an inappropriate relationship with a student. 28-year-old Sarah Elizabeth Raymond turned herself in today.
What gets me is she's an attractive woman. Like she couldn't go out and find somebody older, her own age, even a 19-year-old. I mean, come on.
Or the 36-year-old outdated
I mean, well, what the fuck? I mean, what she wants some old 15, 16-year-old boy for? Him, motherfucker, what, he work? Don't even have a job.
Maybe that's what she likes, the fact that he could just be with her all day long while she's at
To
work.
the Shelby County Jail. She faces charges of indecency with a child, sexual assault of a child, and improper relationship between an educator and student.
I'm trying to see how old the child is.
School officials say they
Not old
first
enough.
received reports of the allegations December 5th. The investigation is ongoing.
It doesn't say.
Of course, Roy Peters wants to go back to high school. I mean, if she's still in jail, maybe you can bond her out, Roy.
Yeah. Go get an ROR.
www.dataconvict.com.
I don't have anything, Duke.
It never, because of the, does she have a like?
I was wondering. I saw something on her collar.
Is this it looks like a kiss
It
print
does. It
on
looks like
both
lips.
sides right here too.
Yep.
I mean, somebody. I mean, what the hell? I'm telling you, that looks like lip prints on both collars. Maybe she's already got a girlfriend in prison.
Right? Maybe it's the guard's phone number. I don't.
Yeah, you're right. Very strange. I just noticed that myself. Maybe she has a girlfriend in prison already.
Maybe she was trying to do a threesome. I don't know.
Well, once again, sucks because we don't get to watch. Stinks Iceman. Anyway, this next one, I didn't know what to think of it at first. It's all over the fucking place. This he, him, she, hit fucking tranny thing. I won't even say that it's part of the LGBTQ community because it's, well, fucking disgusting and likes to rape children. And I'm sure that even the LGBTQs do not want to be associated with child rapists. So therefore, fuck this person.
You're too old.
Two people under the age of 13 is guilty of rape, aggravated battery, certain things with minors. This bitch going to jail for a while. The reason it's even hitting headlines in a high thing is in Philadelphia. It was one of the predominant trans LGBTQ pushers for the community. So they're actually using this event to slam the trans community. I just think this particular pedophiles are fucking pedophiles. Don't matter what color they come in. Don't matter what they are born as. They're fucking disgusting. This, and I don't know what the hell it's trying to do. Do you have the picture of this thing and that flag?
I have a video.
Yeah, sure. Roll bean footage.
Stop it,
Texas teacher is in
That's
custody
not it.
after allegations.
Q plus activist is facing charges. Kendall Stevens, who was the victim of a violent assault back in 2020, is accused of raping 2 children. Shayna.
Well, Sheba, as you mentioned right there, Kendall Stevens has been a very prominent figure here in Philadelphia, a prominent trans activist serving notably on the district attorney's LGBTQ advisory board. But this recent
advisory board for the DA.
The fuck? That's.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Affidavit that I obtained details disturbing allegations of rape and abuse of 2 minors. We spoke to a family member exclusively. We're keeping her identity anonymous out of respect for the alleged victims.
She's a family friend who has been around since they were born.
The aunt of 2 young boys opening up after.
Now he sexually abused 2 young boys.
I swear we've seen this house before.
What court documents allege was repeated sexual abuse by a...
Look at this thing right here.
That's like the casting couch of the news crews.
Look at this thing right here.
That's just gross, Ostera.
You got that, huh?
Person her nephews knew as Aunt Kendall.
You had this aunt stature in her life where...
My aunt Kendall stuck his dick in me. Does that even sound right? No, because it's a man.
No, because that's not what it said.
Disturbing allegations of multiple sexual encounters with the young boys. The family says Stevens was a close family friend.
We were able to sit them down individually is when they start, breaking down and telling the truth and crying and saying everything that happened.
She says when she and her mother approached Stevens,
she didn't deny it to us. She didn't deny it. And she tried to flip the story as in my nephew tried to.
He. It has a penis.
What?
Thus it makes it a man. Okay? Stop calling him a she. You can put a fucking dress on a donkey. Guess what? It's still a fucking donkey, okay?
Like, I know you can put a t-shirt on a dog, but can you put a dress on a donkey?
I'm sure you can.
I've never
Iceman knows. He's been to Tijuana before.
Well, that's actually a real thing, a donkey show. That's some weird shit. Even happens in a swamp.
He's 9 years
Not
old.
around here.
No, he didn't.
The family member speaking anonymously to Fox 29 says the emotional toll this has taken on her family has been devastating.
I feel like she was grooming my nephews. My nephews has definitely endured a lot.
Yeah.
Despite that, she says her family won't back down on their fight for justice.
I don't want her to be able to use this reputation and think that that's going to be able to get her out of this situation, because what she did to my nephews is unbelievable.
Now, we did reach out to the law firm representing Kendall Stevens, and they did get back to me. They said they fully look forward to fighting these charges. They say she is enjoying her constitutional rights, including the presumption of innocence. Also, an important note tonight, the district attorney's office is not handling this case. They passed this along, actually, to the attorney general's office. They offered no comment.
Of course,
I guess it would be a conflict of interest.
Just a bit.
Yep. They don't want nothing to do with that shit.
No.
Like I said, now these little young boys, they're going to say, well, my aunt had a penis. So they're going to grow up thinking women have penises?
I'm pretty sure they all knew Uncle George was weird.
I got another story to throw in if we got time.
Uncle George thinks it's Aunt George. Go ahead.
Just popped up on my feed. A police officer, Craig Dunn, is under criminal investigation by the Louisiana Attorney General's office and the FBI for his actions during a search warrant where 41-year-old Lionel Jackson was shot, sources confirmed on Wednesday. This is coming from Hammond, Louisiana. Jackson was shot by Dunn in July during a no-knock warrant. According to Washington, Jackson was in his bed when Dunn pulled the trigger on his modified automatic rifle. You can
so they just they charged him?
It says he's under investigation
by
the FBI and the Attorney General's office, and that they have not released the body cam footage yet.
He modded his work rifle and used it during work.
It just says a modified automatic rifle.
Did they change the trigger pull on it, or did it have different sights? I mean, modification could be 100 different things.
Not only that, certain state laws allow law enforcement to modify our rigs, but they must have wanted his ass to get
According to the legal documents, Jackson was flushing blue pills down the toilet and did not respond to officers' commands when they entered the house. Dunn pulled the trigger in fear of the team's lives.
Obviously, the state cleared them because these are federal charges now. Kind of like the Breonna Taylor thing. They didn't get what they wanted through the states, so now they got to go through the feds. And with this administration we have right now, they will, I mean, look what they do. And I ain't going to get into it.
It says legal documents say Dunn was punished for not having his personal body camera on, but was not punished for excessive use of force.
Because he didn't use excessive, like I say, I don't think he used excessive use of force.
They can't prove it.
Sure, he wasn't the only one there with body camera.
In 2017, Dunn was seen in a video holding down a handcuffed man while the now police chief punched the man several times.
Well, that's how he got promoted.
He was just assisting his boss.
Yep,
that's it.
But yeah, that just popped up, so figured we'd throw that one in there.
Well, I thought you already had one, or is that...
No, that was...
30?
No, this last one is mine.
This one here is kind of...
This one here is just kind of, I just read it. I saw it, and I was like, man, it's not really a story.
It's really, kind of like an editorial.
Yeah, but it just kind of pissed me off, so.
Oh, that didn't take too much.
I'd rather be pissed off than pissed on.
Well, I don't know. I could prefer it depending on how cold it is outside.
Anyway, the person who wrote this is, her name's Teresa Knoll. I don't know where she's from. I'm assuming she's from Louisiana. Because anyway, it says, the headline on it says, I don't want Blue Santa. And that's exactly how they wrote it. Then we're going to get into the education. I don't want Blue Santa give my kids anything. Beating and killing your family members. I don't want nothing from the enemy. As Blue Santa, she's referring to police officers. The police have a job to do, and sometimes they are fair. No. Are they evil? Yes. Do they use force upon black people that they don't use on white people? Yes. And do police lie on black people? Yes. Is some of the police department KKK? Yes. Do some black people give them a reason to beat them? Yes. Do they beat up all black people? Yes, except for the Uncle Toms. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise, and purveyeth the words of the righteous. Exodus 23:8. And again, thou shalt not wrest judgment. Thou shalt not respect persons, neither take a gift, for a gift doth blind the eyes of the wise, and pervert the words of the righteous. Whatever that one is,
Deuteronomy.
Yeah, okay, 16:19. Anyway, this stupid bitch that wrote this is basically saying that all cops are bad, all cops are evil, that a lot of us are in the KKK, which
I don't know how it is.
It's just the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Don't they ask if you're any part of any kind of other organization and ask that shit on your background check on the lie detector? They did with me to make sure you're not part of any kind of organizations. Like, you would figure that would come up.
Anyway, this person, she is obviously extremely racist. She obviously is raising her children up to be cop haters, which is going to end up showing up in the future. Of course, they have some people, a pissy fart from Alexandria from Louisiana commented, how are you going to post some ignorant nonsense like that, then end it with a scripture such as this one? Laughing face, hand on the face. Talia Connor says, I do not trust them, from Monroe, which don't surprise me. Norman Pettigrew from Ponchatoula, Louisiana says Teresa Knoll is one lying racist piece of shit.
Alrighty.
I would kind of agree with Norman, because if I wrote that, being a white man, if I wrote that and you switched the words around, Jesus Christ, could you imagine?
Yep, you'd be fired as shit.
The backlash, I'd be on. They'd have me on CNN for writing some shit like that. Okay, I mean it's ridiculous, but it's stupid. Are they bad white people? Yeah. Are they bad cops? Yeah. Guess what? Are they bad black people? Yes. Are they good? Are there? I mean, there's bad black cops too. I mean, it don't matter what color you are. I don't give a fuck. You're either a good person.
There is no bad McRib. There is just none.
You're either a good person or a bad person.
I didn't even get a McRib this go around.
I got the taste for one. Yeah.
Are they still out? Are they done?
Kelly wants to line her taser up and test everybody. Yes, Billy. It is bad. I do try to watch other. I watch and listen to other stuff that is opposite of what I think because I try to keep an open mind on stuff. There's only so much you can listen to it before you just want to start beating your head up against the wall, saying, "Jesus Christ, these people actually think like this."
And they really do.
And some people believe that. Unfortunately, yes, we do. We could do a whole podcast just on that shit. But that's all the stories. My vote for the hot nut is going to be for the twat that threw her dog off the top story of the garage.
Because of the way she handled it, I'll go with you on that. Yeah, everything about it just sounds bad.
Yeah, I'm still going with Garcia.
One for Garcia. We also have the man that threw the dog in the garbage. And we got the tranny that molested the kids.
I was leaning towards that one, but backed off of it.
Yeah, I still can't stay the woman that
Garcia. Vote for Garcia, people.
What the fuck is Garcia?
He's the chief in Dallas.
With the Constitutional
Police.
So y'all go ahead and vote away. Vote your little hearts out.
It was like one of the first stories we did. Where were you at?
Dude, I don't...
You were still drinking your Corona.
I don't know. First off,
Kelly says she just got dinged for a comment and had to delete it.
Cream
it was IBC.
Yeah, cream soda.
Yeah, you like cream.
Yeah.
Extra cream. I'm gonna do my damnedest to do another live tomorrow.
Just cut it. You can't call this the Christmas episode.
I'm gonna try to do another live tomorrow. Now Friday night. She wants to go with the aunt. He went to Winky. Okay.
You want to hear the biggest crock of shit? What's it say on the front of this bag? Let's see if you can read it.
That's supposed to be the crust only.
That's
cinnamon and sugar.
Chips.
Cinnamon and sugar, right?
Yeah, and everything nice.
There is no cinnamon and no sugar in this entire fucking bag. It's pure salt. Flattened pretzels with pure salt. There's no cinnamon, no sugar. It'll fuck your brain up.
Sound like you got butt hurt over there.
I am. It's almost. I opened the bag, and I was just dumbfounded by somebody forgot the cinnamon and the sugar. It's not just like cinnamon and nothing but sugar.
Friday night, I may pop on live for a little bit from Freebird's Casa because he's having a Christmas party.
I didn't get invited.
I wasn't invited.
Want me to see if he'll let you go? You working Friday?
I work Friday.
Oh, you have days?
I'm going to days for 2 weeks.
I'm sure he'll let you go.
That'd be real fucked up. Box gets invited and I didn't.
You're in Florida.
Yeah, you got a long way to
drive. Like 14 hours away.
Right down the road.
Hey, Ron, let me know if you're going to do a live this weekend. You got to remind me because these things don't alert you all the time.
We could all do like a cross episode. It's been a while since we had a Ron around.
So, Kelly, who you voting for? So, I might do another one tomorrow night. I need to. I got a shit ton of stories still. Did you see Duke's picture I put up on Facebook yesterday?
With
the glasses on?
And he had him in the slingshot.
Yeah, but yesterday was one with the glasses on.
I missed it.
It was adorable.
It's like, what's the meme glasses they got?
The Thug Life.
The Thug Life glasses.
I got you.
Yeah. Well, it looks like the bitch that threw the dog off of the parking garage is going to win the hot nuts tonight.
Damn.
Yeah. Because look, you chunk a. It ain't even dog. Wasn't even in a bag. She just chunked it. She had to look this dog in the face and throw it off the top of this roof.
We need to replace the clown in between Holster's legs.
You don't like my inner thighs?
No, it would just be more appropriate.
Hey, just give you a heads up. That's not a hot nut.
So
it's a flat nut.
Shit, I'll show you flat nut after the episode, fucker.
You better not. I don't want to see that shit. I do not want to see that.
Patriot Cigars, MOTORCOP 15. Get your 15% off. Great cigars.
When's the next hockey game?
Well, we're on the road till February 29th.
You need to get me some tickets when I come back.
You're the goalie, ain't you?
Yep.
Can you give me some tickets?
I can get you some tickets. Why does it look like I'm having a stroke over here?
Oh, no.
It's weird. Look at my eye.
Yeah, I've got one nostril that's larger than the other. It fucks with me on camera. That's why I constantly my head.
I mean, seriously, look at it. It looks like my eye just like drooped all the way down.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I got a lazy eye. I didn't know that until I got on camera all the fucking time. What the fuck is going on? Look retarded. But anyway, boys and girls, I do, from the bottom of my heart, want to let every single one of you know, from my family to yours, absolutely Merry Christmas. And I know we will get to see you again prior to New Year's, because we'll get to see you right after Christmas. And hopefully everybody gets to spend time with their family.
We'll have almost like 120-something episodes out this year, just for this year.
Right.
Please go and share.
Yeah, please like and share. Share with your friends.
Like and share it. Send it to everybody for Christmas and let them all know that this was our Christmas episode. If they enjoyed this, they're sick in the head and they'll enjoy the rest of the episode as well.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Okay, you got punched in the face.
It is weird. You kind of got fat girl eyes when you take your glasses off. I've never seen you without your glasses on. Like the chubby,
This is coming from the tampon in Florida.
Oh, dude, you could shove me up. Never mind.
Well, everybody,
Merry Christmas, because I probably won't see you guys.
Hopefully see y'all tomorrow.
You won't be back until at least next year, I guess.
That's right. No, I'll be back next Wednesday.
Watch your back. Watch your partner's back. Remember to smile.
I see
His ice bag we buying you.
There's your back.
And remember, we are not sheepdogs. We are all lions.
We're lions, rawr.
That
I don't know what
that was the gayest roar he's done so far. It's like totally.
Oh my God.
He's a gay lion.
I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this.